I have these two headers, but I don't love either of these. I think I have one other header, so let's see. There we go. That's the header I want. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add that header into my site. And this is going to make an immediate, very obvious difference. Now you'll see something. See how we have this text here? If you don't want to design a header, you can just put the text in. If you do want to design a header, I mean, we right there just bumped the site up in a look immediately. Okay, but there's no content in our site yet. We have no navigation. You can't click through to anything. This widget is kind of, there's nothing in here, this sidebar piece. Widgets are your sidebar. So that's basically, they call it widgets, but we find those pieces under widgets. And this is your sidebar area, and there's already some pre-created ones. So if you're going to do a blog like Abby for yours, because you already have a blog, and say you were going to continue on with your blog, you could have like your recent posts in there, and then it'll say, oh, do you want to show your 3 recent posts? And you can actually name it like recent, you know, or like my latest blogs. You know, you can have a search engine in there. You can have all kinds of stuff. Now, the most important box, though, is your text box. And this is blank. And that allows you to type in or add photos, photo files, or even newsletters, or Facebook like boxes. There's all kinds of stuff you can add in. Okay, viewer 5, is the original text for the header still in place and still helping with the SEO? Yes, the original text is still in place and still helping with the SEO, but you're only seeing the JPEG of the header. So that's a really good question. So yes, indeed, you are seeing that there is a header in here, but your SEO is still represented in the background. So as you see here, we've got our little fake sidebars in here now to kind of get some stuff in there. Okay, so I'm just going to take a quick stop here and tell you a little bit about Thesis. So why I've liked using it is as a starter theme. I don't think it's necessarily the theme that you need to stay with forever, but I think it's a great, great place to start. It's really, really easy to work with, and you can have very different sites. So I'm going to show you a couple different sites that are all using Thesis. So this is Bella Sisters. This is a fashion clothing designer in Portland. She likes to put birds on everything, so she definitely says that she should have been paid to put a bird on it slogan of Portlandia. She says that's hers. She puts lots of birds on it, birds and bicycle chains. So this is her site. So you can see she's got some really neat little graphical pieces in here. We've embedded a video in here that you can watch with the CEO of Keen. We've got a mailer here. We've got a little like button. She's got various pages. She has actually a calendar in here that's pretty neat. Okay, so this is her. Now, here's another person that's also on Thesis. I'm going to hold on this page for a second so you can just see. Make sure it's all loaded up for everyone. Just a quick check. Abby, are you getting everything? How do you put 2 photos on banner photo? Oh, okay, great. So the question being, we were just on Bella Sisters and you saw 2 photos in there. Is that the question? For viewer 2 being Kim, I think? Okay, so Kim, what I did is I actually in Photoshop put 2 photos side by side and put a little bit of artwork between them, and I'll show you some other sites that I did that on. So this is also a Thesis. I just want you guys to see. I'm going to show you guys 4 Thesis sites, and then I'm going to show you some sites through Striking that I did a lot of banner photo combining. And that's the really important thing. It's like combining your photos. You can take, because what happens is a lot of times a photo shoot will happen, and then the photographer didn't realize you need a lot of really horizontal photos spaced back so they can be cropped in long and skinny. And this is an issue that, here I'll show you Kim's site. She's having a lot of problems with this because they have this long skinny banner and it's just driving her crazy because everything's getting, it's like she has to cram everything into this long skinny banner area right here. And so they get stretched and weird. So yeah, you would want to, in the case of this, find photos, and because you have this blue box here too, you would want to find photos that would be okay to cover up whatever's going on. So maybe, you know, two photos in here, or you know, one with some green here and then some action and then another cool little photo of a group smiling or something. So, you know, that's what you're going to want to do in this case in order to make all these photos work. So in the case of this, like this kid could have gone here and then this photo could have been a partial photo. Okay, so let me just show you guys a quick Allison Gannett. This is one where we did a lot of photo combining because she had a long skinny bar, and so we combine a lot of her photos. This is a really fun site. It's AllisonGannett.com. Okay. I have another client, and she has a long skinny bar, but she's done a really good job of finding photos that can be cropped, that you don't lose the feeling of what the photo is translating. But she had to really carefully pick her photos to do this. She has to really look for horizontal photos that can be cropped in skinny like this. And so these photos have a lot of space around them. Okay. Okay, so let me show you some other sites so we can keep going here and seeing sites that all can be built in Thesis. So as you can see, these are all very, very different. And so it really boils down to the graphics that you do for it. It's a big, big, big part of it.